What's up, everybody? Just wanted to check back in, see how everybody was doing, let you know kind of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Um, my daughter, she turned 19 today. She has been a vital part in my recovery. She's in the hospital, helped change my bandages when I got home, put this cream crap in my eye, whatever. She's really been there for me. And, so she's getting to witness this process of sanctification firsthand. Because when I first came home from the hospital, I wasn't trying to hear nothing about no God. I didn't want to hear none of that. I was just kind of dealing with my own thing. So she was able to come over last night, and she has been over a lot since I got home. I got home, I believe it was May 31st, around June, first week in June, whatever. And she just stuck with me and been really good and been supportive. So she's over last night. We just had a really good talk, and it was almost midnight. Like, hey, hang around, till, the clock hits 12 so we can kind of chop it up or whatever some more. So as we were like talking, I had just talked to my fiance. I was just telling her, kind of some stuff, and, we kind of sharpened each other. And one thing we talked about was like apologizing. So I had told her last night, I was like, look, Callie, I'm really sorry for anything that I've done to you in the past. I'm sorry for anything that offended you or hurt you that I didn't know that I did. And that really just opened the door up for some things for her and I to we've always had a relationship where we can be very transparent with one another and have an emotional understanding and talk with each other to get a better understanding where us as individuals are coming from, because I always want to be a good dad and things. And I've made a lot of bad choices through my life that hinder me from being the dad that God called me to be and being a good steward of that. But she had just told me some things, and it's just I never really knew how much my decision making affected people around me and my kids. I had an idea of it, but last night it just got really real. And man, it not only encouraged me, but it convicted me as well through the Spirit of God. It impacted me, and it was just so special. And I guess my encouragement today through this video is be very mindful of the choices you make, because you just don't know how much you're affecting people around you, even people that we don't know, right? And as Christian men, as Christian women, we need to be above reproach, right? We don't want to give anybody a reason to have any doubt towards us or how we're walking. We're going to make mistakes, yes, of course. But I don't want to do those things intentionally. I don't want to intentionally sin against God. So my encouragement would just be in prayer, in the Word, and your relationship grows with God. You're going to make decisions that are more like-minded with Christ's decisions that he would make in certain situations. Everybody made fun of that WWJD bracelets in the back of the day, but that's real talk, man. What would Jesus do in this situation? And as I was reading and studying, where God, the rabbinical term, which is the rabbi back in the day, right? One of the terms they had, it said far off, right? It talks about it in Deuteronomy, in some places. I'm not going to misquote the verse. I should have been a little bit more prepared, but it says you were far off, right? I was way far off from Christ. And he brought me back to him by his sacrifice and that blood, right? The blood cleanses all. It washes us, right? But within doing that, he brought reconciliation between him and I. But he also gives us the ministry of reconciliation. And not that my daughter and I weren't on good terms or anything, but that ministry of reconciliation showed its face last night. And it was we were brought back together. The rabbinical term, it says they were far off, right? And we were far off from Christ, And to relate that in my certain situation that happened last night and today, man, I was far off from the idea of what God wanted her and I's relationship to be. And through the gift and ministry of reconciliation, it was able to be reconciled through transparency, through honesty, and through just being willing to apologize to someone and to be accountable for the things that we do. So, man, I just want whoever's under the sound of my voice right now, be careful of the decisions and choices you make, because you don't know how it will impact somebody around you, especially your children, your parents, whatever. We have a cloud of witnesses around us as Christians, and we want to stay on the mark for Christ as much as we can and go into things with a spiritual awareness of what we're doing and how we're operating. So I'm gonna kind of shut this down for right now. I'm grateful today. I'm thankful for where I'm at in life, and this is gonna sound crazy to some people, and I just gotta say this, and I'm probably gonna do a video here in the next little while about my whole testimony about attempting suicide. But let me tell you something, as crazy it might sound, me shooting myself was the best thing that ever happened to me. And people might think that's crazy, but I would not be where I'm at right now with Christ and my life. I don't have everything. I don't have a lot, but I have enough. I'm so very thankful for that. I am thankful that I shot myself. It's crazy to say like that, but I would not be where I'm at spiritually right now if it hadn't happened. And sometimes it takes that. I don't encourage that at all. But sometimes God will take these things that are just so invasive, so earth-shattering, so mind-blowing. I mean, he wrecked me. But he had to do that to get to me. And for me to understand. Because the healing that comes from God is spiritual nutrition for his children. The Bible, listen to this pastor today, shout out Caleb McCall from Tennessee. He said, the verse in John 8, chapter 8, verse 32, it says, who the Son sets free is free indeed. He said, God set me free. It's my job to stay free. And what does that look like? It means studying. It means prayer. It means putting other needs before you. It means taking those thoughts captive to obey Christ and obedient to what his word says. As always, you know the number, 629-251-8578. Pick up that phone and call your boy. Let's chat. I'd love to talk to you. I hope this finds you doing well today. And for the unbeliever, man, come on to Christ. Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's precious. It's holy. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me if you're still listening to this video. I know it helps me, and I hope it helps you. Love you.